Okay, hey peeps, Talz Talkz. I'm back in the car. Coffee didn't really end up happening because I had to get on a flight and yep, ran out of time, but that's okay. I got to give him a little goodbye hug, goodbye kiss. Love you, see you later, see you when you're back. And yeah, before I was gonna go and see them, I was thinking, like, from my other stories, I was going to talk about my little funny, like, universe is talking to me moments that I've had this year, because, like, I've had a freaking lot. I've had a lot, and some of them are, like, quite, like, you can't really, like, predict that it's going to happen, you know, and, like, yeah, so I'm going to, from the start, do my best to explain them all. Number one, the start of the year, I was offered a Mentos from one of the painters that gets on the same boat. He was like, oh, anyone want a Mentos? Anyone want a Mentos? And I was like, yeah, right. I don't normally have Mentos. Don't really like lollies, but I was like, fuck it. Why not? I'll have a Mentos. So I was like, yeah, okay, that'd be good, thanks. Anyway, he handed one out to, like, I reckon, like, 8 people. 8 people got a Mentos, and everyone got yellow or orange, and we all know that pink is the best flavour. Anyway, everyone's like popping them open, like orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow. I opened mine that he gave me, and I got the only pink one, and I was like, fuck yes, sucking bitches, I got the pink one, stuff you all, like, haha, I'm the best because I got the pink. And I was like, yeah, slay, woo. And then I feel like it was like, fast forward to like 2 weeks later, same guy was like, anyone want a Mentos? And he was like handing them out in the morning, like on site. Anyone want a Mentos? Da, da, da. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Again, why not? I'll save it for later. Like, I'm not going to have it now. I'll have it later in the day. But everyone else, because they're all boys, they're all blokes, of course they all needed it first thing. So they all popped their Mentos, and again, everyone got yellow or orange. Like, no one got pink. I then opened mine up, like, I opened it up at lunchtime, and I was like, oh my god, no way, I got pink again, what a slay. Like, whoop whoop, I'm so good, I got pink, like, stuff you all, no one else got pink, I did. Didn't think anything of it, other than I was like, slay, what a lucky queen. And then it was like another, maybe like a month later, and then one of the other guys, K-Dog, he had some Mentos, and then he handed them out, and I was like, all right, why not? Had a Mentos, and I think there was only like 4 of us. He gave them to everyone, but he gave everyone 2. We all got 2 Mentos each. Again, all the boys like popping them open, every single person from their 2 got orange or yellow. And then I was like, oh my god, like, I wonder what color I'm gonna get, because like my last ones that I've had of Mentos, which was like a while back, because I don't really have them, but it was memorable. So I was like, I got pink last time, I wonder what I'm gonna get this time. I kid you not, the first one I popped open, I was like, oh my god, no freaking way, it was pink. And I was like, oh my god, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. And then I was like, won't it be like really freaking weird if I get, like, if the next one's pink too? And then everyone's like, oh my god, like, open it, like, we want to see what it is. And I was like, yeah, oh my god, what? And then I opened it, and I was like, get fucked, no fucking way, it's pink. And I literally like jumped up and down, because I was like, oh my god, what the fuck, like, it's pink as well, that's weird. Like, but like, slay bitches, because like I got both pink, haha, sucked in. So it was like, lol, yeah, anyway. And I was like, that's actually kind of crazy. And then I was like, wait, the last ones I got were definitely pink, like, that's crazy, no one else has gotten pink but me, only me. And then, like, the next week, I ordered a coffee in the morning from, like, the cafe that you go to before you get onto the ferry. And, like, they randomly had a bowl of Mentos. And I was like, oh, well, I may as well take, like, a little handful And this day I knew that there was going to be 3 of us, so myself and 2 of the others at this site, because we were like stripping a garden near a pool. And I was like, yes, there's going to be 3 of us today, so I'll get 2 each. So I got 6, a handful of 6. And then I put them, like, it was lunchtime, and I put them in my hand. I got them out of my lunch bag, put them in my hand. And then I was like, oh, do you guys want some Mentos? I got enough for us, for like 2 each from the cafe. Like, how good? And they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, thanks. And then I let them take them out of my hand. So again, out of all of these, I've not had a choice. I haven't chosen any of them. I let them choose, or I've been given that. So I had it in my hand, and I was like, by the way, guys, like, just letting you know, I've had pink Mentos like the last few times, so like, I'm excited to see what it's gonna be. Like, how crazy would it be if I got more? And they're like, no, like, you totally, like, get fucked, like, you're not going to. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say no, because, like, the last few have been it, and it's just been, like, I've been the only one to get it. So, let's just see. The boys then popped 1 each. One was yellow, the next was orange. And I was like, let's see. And they're like, fuck, we actually want to, like, see what it is now. And I was like, so do I. So then I popped it, and we were literally like jaw drop gobsmacked. We were like, get fucked, no way. I got fucking pink again. And then we were like, oh my God, no way, like, no way. What's the next one gonna be? They then opened theirs again. One got orange, one got yellow. So again, no one else is to get pink. I then popped my second one, and I literally screamed. Like, I jumped up and down. I was like, oh my fucking God, no way. I got fucking pink again. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, that's so crazy. And I was like so excited at the same time, because I was like, I don't really like Mentos, and I don't really like orange or yellow. So I was like, that's a win. And I was like, this is actually crazy. Like, I got up to, I don't know if we're up 6 or 7 yet, but I remember in total there was 7. So then there was one more occasion. I remember there being one more occasion. And again, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I got them from the cafe again. So second time round, got it from the cafe again. But again, this was like a week or 2 later. And I shared it with K-Dog, who gave me Mentos another time, and someone else, one of the other guys. I think I had just 3. And I was like, oh, you guys can take them. Like, take whatever ones you want. Like, who wants one? And they're like, yeah. And then they took it out of my hands. Like, I didn't choose what Mentos it was. And again, I got fucking pink again. And I was like, this is crazy. And then I felt like I had to tell people, because I was like, guys, this is freaking crazy. I keep getting pink Mentos. Like, this is wild. And I was like, I wonder what it means. I did a little bit of, like, researching. Pink is, like, feminine and, like, being, like, vulnerable and something else. And I was like, yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. It checks out, because, like, I have, like, a little pack of tarot cards, and every so often I'll whip them out. And the last few times that I've done them, it told a similar story. So I was like, wow, that's actually kind of crazy. It's a little bit weird. And then I was like, yeah, that's one thing. And then actually another thing is I've been seeing a fuck ton of angel numbers, like 111, 333, 222, 444, and 555. They've been, like, the predominant ones, and I pretty much see at least 3 every day. Like, I'll just be driving, and then there'll be, like, a number plate, and it's like 555, and it'll happen as I'm thinking about something that, like, I want in my life, or I don't know, I'll be, like, zoned out into something, and then it'll go past, and I'll be like, oh, whoa, that's crazy. Or, like, I don't know, I'll be driving, zoned out again, and then I'll look down, and, like, my odometer will be like 222, 333, and the time will be like 11:11, and the temperature will be like 23. So it'll be like 111s, 222s, 333s all at once. And it's like, that's a bit fucking weird. Like, that doesn't really happen all the time, you know? And it'll be little things like that pretty much, like, every day. Well, not pretty much. It is every day. Or I'll get a text. Like, I'll miss a call and it'll be 11:11. And then I'll get a text from a friend and it's like 2:22. And it's like, I don't really make that many texts or calls throughout my day. So it's like, it's a bit... Look, some people might be like, you're fucking woo-woo and don't buy it. But no, like, I have so many things like that. It's like, that can't be a coincidence. It can't be. And that leads me to my next story, which I'm like, this is freaking weird. I was at the beach with one of my friends, Lyri, and we were just chilling out at the beach. And then one of our friends, this was like, context was like, maybe like 2 months ago, at the beach with my friend Lyri, and then my friend Chloe walks past with this guy, I don't know what his name was. I feel like it was Jack or something, or Jake. They walked past, and I was like, oh, hey, Chloe. Like, I kind of saw her from a distance, and I was like, waved to her, hey, Chloe. And then she comes past, and then it was just like, hey. And then kind of out of nowhere, she kind of hit me with a, oh, have you been seeing someone? I was like, no. She's like, oh, I thought you were seeing ZAK. And I was like, ZAK? I don't know a ZAK. I was like, nope, not me. She's like, oh, no way. I like kind of totally thought, I thought you were seeing a ZAK. And I was like, no, I don't know any ZAKs. And no, I'm not seeing anyone. Like, nope. And she goes, never mind, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, oh, that's all good. And I was like to Lyri, like, she definitely just said that, hey. Like, she said, are you seeing ZAK? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, that's weird. And she was like, yeah, that is weird. Because she also, like, Lyri knows that I'm not seeing anyone. And she also knows that I'm not friends with any ZAKs. And then, literally like 20 minutes later on the beach, I went to change a song on my phone because I had like my speaker playing, and I was like, oh, I'm not really vibing this song, let me change it. Whip out my phone, and then I have a notification, and it was like an Instagram follow request from ZAK, And I was like, what the fuck, Lyri? Like, and I showed it, and I was like, what the hell? What the hell is this? Like, what the actual heck? That's really weird. And she was like, yeah, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't even think I know this guy. And then I looked on at him, and I was like, oh, wait, my brother follows him. And I was like, oh, I think I kind of know this guy. He's friends with my youngest brother from down home, like, in the Hawkesbury area. And I was like, oh, well, I probably, like, no offense, ZAK, but I didn't accept your follow request because I was like, I don't really know you well enough to want you to follow me. And I was like, yeah, that's a bit weird. And then actually, I didn't really suss out who it was yet. I feel like I waited until I got home to do that. So then when I got home from the beach, like 30 minutes later, I was like, oh yeah, it's him, blah, blah, blah. Probably won't accept it. But then when I was there, you know when like you're on someone's profile and then it'll pop up with like suggestions, like friend suggestions? Well, fucking, as like, I'll make up a name. ZAK Marine, let's just give him the last name Marine, then came up as the top like suggestion. And I was like, huh? That's really bizarre. So then I told Lyri, and I was like, that's really weird. Like, why? Like, I don't know any ZAKs. And then Chloe thought I was dating a ZAK. And then, like, one ZAK tried to follow me, and then the next ZAK was like in like my suggested friends, which I didn't even know this other ZAK really either. Like, I knew that we don't even really have mutual friends, I don't think. Or maybe like one head coach from like the gym I go to is a mutual friend. And I was like, that's a bit bizarre, isn't it? She was like, yeah, that is a bit bizarre. And then I remember telling my other housemate, Chalbang, and I was like, Chalbang, this is a bit freaking weird. And she was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, well, I wonder if something else will happen. Like, I wonder if, like, it'd just be funny if something else happens related to, like, this ZAK drama. Not that it's a drama, I'm being dramatic. Anyway, fast forward to the next morning. This is all on, like, the Sunday. I go to work on the Monday. Driving to work, as per usual, in the morning. Park up the top, like, car park, because then I walk down a set of stairs to get on my ferry. Parked up the top. And then I just sat in my car, turned off, went to get like my lunchbox. And then went to like turn around, and as I was like turning, this car just like zipped out in front of me, and I went straight through one of the car spots to then go past. And I was like, that was a bit weird. Like, no one really does that up here. Like, people would normally just like drive straight through into the park and then just stop. Or like if you're going around, like there's a road, like you don't need to come through the car park to zip around. But then I was looking and I was like, oh, the car's like caught my attention, because I was like, that's abnormal behavior for this car park. Like, no one does that. It's the same people who park up here pretty much every single day. And then yeah, this car zips past and I was like, huh, what the hell was that? Its freaking number plates were like ZAK 99. I was like, sorry, what the hell? What the hell was that? Like, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. So obviously I had to go tell Chelbang, and I texted her and I was like, oh my god, girl, you won't believe it. Like, this car, I was just parked at the car park, and it just flew by me, just zipped on round. But then I didn't even think anything of it until I like literally like tracked it a little bit, clued on to what was going on, and then I saw its number plates was ZAK, like 99, and I was like, that's fucking crazy, because I know whose cars like park up here, and this car's like never here. So I was like, that is wild. That is wild. Yeah, so between like the pink Mentos, this ZAK thing, I've then seen like number plates that sound like ZAK or look like ZAK, like quite a fair bit. Or like it'll just pop up randomly. Like, say the other day I was like behind a car and it was like ZCK, and then, or like ZAC, and I've seen like quite a few other ZAK things since then. So I'm like, that is crazy. Don't know what it means, but yeah, that's been one. The Mentos has been one. The angel numbers, like every day. And then another one has been rainbows. Lots of rainbows this year. And they'll like kind of really pop up when it's like I'm like down or in my head about something, or I don't know, something's going on and I'm like anxious or unsure about like my life and my purpose and my where I'm going, and then there'll literally just be a fucking big fuck off rainbow, and I'm like, oh true, wow, you know, like. And then it's like my birthday back in March, everything was rainbows, everything. Like and I had nothing to do with it. Like, my housemate did like a banner across the kitchen table, and it literally was like a big bright rainbow of colour, and then like her card literally had a rainbow on it, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And you just think like, yeah, that's just typical birthday stuff, right? But then someone whipped out party hats, and they were literally like a kaleidoscope of rainbow colours like right around it, and it's like, okay, wow. And then like, again, you think, oh, well, maybe you're just reading into it, bitch, like, calm down. And maybe I was, but then it just like, things just kept happening that were rainbow. I then went to like my Linz and Lev, like my close like adopted family up here, and they bless their souls, they literally did up like a whole thing on their deck for me for my birthday. Like, they had like balloons and they had banners, but then they also bought these big balloons that were not only rainbow coloured, like again kaleidoscope colour, same as the party hats that like other people got for me, but one of them was literally a big rainbow. Like, the balloon of choice was a rainbow for my birthday. I was like, that is fucking, like, that's gnarly, right? Like, that's so many things on the one day. And then to top it off, there was 3 rainbows that appeared in the sky on my birthday. So I'm like, again, that's freaking crazy. That's freaking crazy. Like, to have like every single person that got me a present had something very vibrantly rainbow in it. And not even like you're clutching at straws rainbow. Like, the card had a rainbow. The banners were rainbow colour. The party hats were rainbow colour. Like, someone bought me flowers, and my mum and dad bought me flowers, and they were literally like all different colours, same as like rainbow. And I was like, again, I don't feel like I'm reading into this, because it's too many things like, if you're reading into something, it's a one-off. But when there's so many things that lead to that same thing, you're like, I'm not reading into this. Like, this is happening. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is wild. Yeah, so that's just another thing. I'm like, holy fuck. That, and again, I've seen so many rainbows since. Like, it's a reoccurring thing. Like, I'm pretty sure, actually, like, even on my birthday, there was, like, 2 or 3 songs I heard that were, like, literally singing about rainbows. And it was, like, the song on the ferry. Again, completely out of my choice. And it was, like, rainbow, boom. There's just been so many things. Too many to count. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot more stories. Like, even I've been wondering, like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life, with my career. I don't know. Not sure. But I was like, fuck, I really bought, like, this vlogging sort of gear, like, months ago. And I was like, feeling like I've been very in my head about it. Like, very in my head. Because I'm like, I hate the spotlight. I hate it. I don't want it. And it's also like, I actually don't really like social media. Sounds crazy, I know, but I don't really like it. It's not really healthy for me. But at the same time, I'm like, I do feel like this is the right path. You know, I've been saying, like, I need to do something creative. Yeah, I need to do something creative. And, like, a lot of the angel numbers around that, like, that's what they've been, like, showing me. Like, that's, like, what I've taken from it, I guess, you know? That's what I've taken from it. Even, I got a parking fine. I think this was, like, a couple of months ago. Got a parking fine. And guess how much it was? You think a parking fine, you'd be like, maybe, like, 120. Or, like, maybe, like, 160. Or, like, maybe 180. Like, at most. You're like, yeah, that's how much a parking fine is these days. No. My parking fine was $333. $333. You can't tell me, again, that that's not weird. Like, what parking fine is $333? So, what I took from that parking fine was this, like, this creative, like, you need to follow that. You do need to follow that. And then, again, like, lately I've been, like, dabbling in it a little bit more because I'm like, stop being a pussy bitch. Like, when I was overseas, I was like, girlfriend, like, you need to stop doing the same shit. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. So I was like, girl, don't be a fucking pussy bitch. Like, just start recording stuff and just fucking see what happens, you know? Like, just see what happens. You might not like it. You might hate it. Who knows? You don't know until you try, right? So I was like, you know what? I'll just start dabbling in some recordings. And my mum, literally out of nowhere, like, when I was like, is this the right thing for me? And then I was like, universe, please give me some signs. I need some direction. I'm really not sure. Like, I don't really know. Like, I felt like I wanted, like, a little bit of a push. I needed a push, a nudge, a push me, teeter towards the edge, you know? Yeah, so I was like, universe, please tell me. I need something really clear. Like, really clear, please. My mum, out of nowhere, literally texted me being like, hey, like, hope you're not, like, too down from your overseas trip, but just, you know, hopefully, like, reality's not too much for you and now you're back at work. And I replied, I was like, yeah, like, going back to work kind of sucks, like, obviously, like, I just want to keep, obviously I don't want to work, like, I don't think anyone really likes working the way that we have to work. So I was like, yeah, work, it is what it is, but yeah, I'm back in it, and that's it for now, really. And then she's like, oh yeah, it's so cold down here, like, oh, time for the fire. And I was like, oh yeah, true, get the fire going. She's like, yeah, and I'm feeling a bit sick, da da da. And I was like, oh yeah, probably valid, like, you probably are gonna get a bit sick, you know, season change. And then she's like, out of nowhere, she's like, well, why don't you have you thought about being a travel influencer? And I was like, what, mum? Like, what? I was like, wow, my mum said that. My mum would never say such a thing. My mum's very like, you go to university, Like, she thinks it's weird that I'm, like, not doing what, like, my whole, like, past career history and education has led me towards. And I think she felt quite anxious that I go traveling, and she's like, I don't really understand it. Like, I think she thinks I'm brave. Well, she's told me that she thinks I'm brave for doing it. But at the same time, she doesn't really, like, think that it's, like, a good thing, because, like, her version is, like, I need to work, you know? Like, it's that mentality of, like, you should be doing what you studied, you know? Like, their generation struggles to see that there's other ways of doing things. So when she said, have you thought about being a travel influencer? I was stumped. And I actually replied, and I was like, oh, look, it's definitely not crossed my mind, like, a little bit, like, a dabble in the thought here and there, because I was like, you know, I want the freedom, and I get trapped by government systems. That's why I can't work in, like, the careers that maybe I'm good at, because I just get so deflated. Yeah, I just get so drained, and I just burn the fuck out all the fucking time. So I was like, wow, I have dabbled in that thought. Yes, I have. But moral of the story here is, I feel like that was the universe putting out the vibes. Like, it's like telling me, like, yes, girl, this is for you. Because when else would my mum fucking say such a thing? Never. My mum has never said such a thing. Ever. It's always like typically when I'm like, don't really know what I'd do next, like, for my job, she'd be like, have you thought about career counselling? Have you thought about being a psychologist? Like, it's always go back and do more study, you know? Or it's like, go and do things that I've told her, like, mum, it burns me out. Like, I get drained as fuck. Like, I love helping people, but it sucks everything out of me, and then I'm, like, left with nothing, and it's, like, so serious, and that's so, the energy vampires and everywhere all the time, you know? And I just, like, I'm not a good version of myself at all, you know? I'm not good for me, and that's normally her response. It's normally something like higher education related. So for her to whip out the maybe you should be a travel influencer, I was like, get fucked. Like, again, universe, listen to my clear sign. And it was like literally the next day that I was like, please, clear sign, I need help. Next day was travel influencer text. Like, wow, that's wild. Yeah, look, again, there's been lots more, but I feel like they're, like, quite significantly obvious ones to talk about first. And I'm at the gym, and my friend's waiting for me, so I'm gonna go be a sexy hot bitch. That's what I'm gonna go do, and go feel good. I'm not actually going to be, like, a hot bitch. Like, I'm just saying that to, like, hype myself up. No, I got to go and feel strong and connected and one with self. I make my body feel good and aligned. That's why I go to the gym. So, on that note, I'm gonna go. Ta-ta, bitches.